Perfect Couple. So, Holly, talk to us about The Perfect Couple, in which Nicole Kidman, I know it has Nicole Kidman in it, and she does seem to be making a habit of playing a whole bunch of really privileged rich white women. So, it seems like every time she's on TV, that's what she's played. But,
Well, she is undoubtedly playing a very, privileged white woman in this. So the film begins with a family, well, of the gathering for a wedding in, I think it's Hyannisport, or no, it's not. It's the other one
Cape
where,
Cod?
yes, it's where Jaws is set,
Alright,
approximately,
okay, yeah.
um, but not Amity Island, um, and a, you know, reasonably young, fairly normal woman is marrying the son of this incredibly wealthy family, where Nicole Kidman is the matriarch, who sounds uncannily like Gillian Anderson, which is quite different there. And Liev Schreiber is her
Sorry,
very well.
after that question, Gillian Anderson American or Gillian Anderson English? Because she has two accents.
Gillian Anderson English.
Alright, cool.
Very Gillian Anderson English. Like uncannily, if you shut your eyes, you would genuinely think it was Gillian Anderson English
Yeah.
talking. And she has her character is very English, and she had married Liv Schreiber, who is the scion of a wealthy dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
They have three sons and live in this very beautiful, very fancy house where they have a wonderful housekeeper called Gosha who cooks them wonderful food, including pierogi, and everybody is there, including their son and soon-to-be daughter-in-law's friends, for a wedding. And it becomes apparent early on in the first episode that somebody is dead.
Ooh.
And you do not find out until the end of the first episode whom that person is. But in the build up to that outcome, you find you all sorts of relationships become apparent. The old family friend who is, French and flirts with everybody. The daughter-in-law played by
Dakota Fanning?
yes, thank you very much. Who is clearly very, very stuck up, but not from such a privileged family or privileged background. The maid of honor, who is the bride's best friend from forever, and the best man, who is clearly a good friend of the groom's brothers, one of whom is quite annoying, and the other of whom is much
So
younger.
so far so kind of like Agatha Christie people in what I'm guessing is quite a big, lovely,
Yes,
well-to-do house.
yes, all very beautiful by the beach.
Yeah.
It's every sort of, fancy modern wedding that you can imagine, with a pre-wedding party and choreographed dancing for the video. And
Although I think I have cracked. I think I've figured out who the dead body is. It's Gillian Anderson. Nicole Kidman killed her and took her place, which is why she sounds exactly like her.
that is
I got it.
that's
Cracked it.
precisely what happened.
I shall twirl my Poirot mustache and walk off into the distance.
You have got it. So at various points through that episode, you start having people speaking to the police. You know very quickly that the bride is very much still alive. Um, and various people start sort of commenting on other people and making their views known about whether or not they like them, what they really think of them. And the series progresses with the unpicking of the mystery and how did the person die? Why did the person die? Was it an accident? I mean,
And this has it has a feel of a lot of shows that we have now that could be subtitled "Aren't the Rich Awful?" And
yes, it could. And there are twists and turns, and you don't know quite what everybody's motivations are
yeah,
or all their actual backgrounds. But front and center of it, you have The Perfect Couple, Nicole Kidman and Liv Schreiber, and she is an author who writes gazillions of wonderful books, and they are clearly oh so publicly madly in love with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the perfect couple.
Oh, this doesn't sound like
And
there's anything wrong there whatsoever.
exactly, and everything radiates forth from their relationship into the world around them, how it all unfolds. It is 8 episodes of thoroughly watchable TV. I watched it in one night.
I figured because this has been out like what 3 days or something.
I watched it
New.
last week, so I watched it last Friday.
Yeah, yeah. I think it has not been out that long. And then when you said you were the perfect couple, I was like, what the? I was like, my first thought was, I thought that was a TV show, not a film. And I thought, oh no, she's done it.
I did it. I literally back to back, all 8 episodes in a row. It is thoroughly watchable.
All right.
It is enjoyable. It is not profound. Some of it you guess, some of it you don't guess. Um, it is not transformative. It is not wildly clever, but it is enjoyable watching.
I was just about to say, you're telling us a lot about what it's not. You're like,
Yeah.
it's not this, it's not that, it's not that. It's not good, but it's.
Yeah.
How many stars would you give it?
I'm going to give it a solid 3. It was a fun watch. It was an enjoyable watch, and I was really interested to find out what happened.
Okay.
And I think Sharon, you would probably enjoy it for at least some of the silliness.
Yeah.
A bit
It was on my watch list.
silly. I watch it. I'd be really interested to hear what you think of it. But yeah, it's a fun watch.
Sorry, my wife's come home and all of a sudden there's a lot of crying. I'm just gonna be a very, very good dad and close the door. So,